Good morning. Are you Labrian Celestine?
Yes.
Mr. Celestine, in that case, you are charged with the third-degree felony offense of deadly conduct, discharging a firearm, from March 22nd of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is the same as what was in the other case that we're going to talk about today, which
A 19-year-old walks into court thinking he's getting a deal, but the judge sees more than just paperwork. She sees a teenager firing guns like he's living in the Wild West, and she's not letting it slide. Right before the halfway point, she delivers a question that shuts the room down.
7-year deferred probation, a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Celestine's not competent? All right, then I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. So I have received in cause number 24, DCCR 1303, the pre-sentence report. You had already were here, entered a plea of guilty to deadly conduct, discharging a firearm in that case. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that pre-sentence report? And then I also received a number of letters of support for Mr. Celestine, and has everyone had an opportunity to review those as well?
Yeah.
Are there any additions or corrections to that pre-sentence report?
None for the defense.
And for the state judge, other than to respectfully request of the court that this obviously very young individual who's committed a first-degree felony right out of the gate be, at the very least, sentenced to ISF as a condition. I'm sorry, third degree.
2 third degrees. How old are you?
19.
19 years old. And you're shooting around like it's the Wild West, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, something that I made a note of here, I went through all of these letters, and all of these letters of support about you talk about what a good kid you are, and that here's one I circled, and it says, LeBrian's a positive role model for his nephew. Do you think you're a positive role model for anyone at this point?
Not this one.
Not at this moment. Is that what you want him to grow up and do? And be in here shackled up like you are? What's all this? What's all these tattoos have to do with?
It's like tattoos.
Yeah?
Right.
You think getting that all over your neck is going to help you get a job, or do you think it's going to hurt you when you're trying to get a job? It would hurt you.
Well, what I'm doing right now, that's what I was planning on doing. But not just he's still in court, y'all. It's like a family business. He planned on doing that.
Right? Do you think it makes people comfortable if you show up and look like that in their homes? And look, I have a tattoo. Do you see it? Is it all over here? What if that pool company falls through? What if you need another job? Right? You got to think about those things.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do in each of your cases. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily. In each case, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, in each case, in cause number 24, DCCR 1303, defer all proceedings, place you on probation for a period of 7 years. That's the agreement that you made with the district attorney.
He pled guilty, accepted probation, and thought the letters of support would save him. But the judge ripped through every excuse, challenging his choices, his image, even his future. Now comes the real twist. Probation sounds like freedom until she reveals the punishment hidden inside it.
I'm going to order you pay that $500 fine and follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, and I'm going to get to those rules and conditions in just a minute. I'm also going to find inclusion evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm also going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney. Defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 7 years. You're also ordered to pay a $500 fine in that case and follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of the conditions of probation in these cases, in each of them, is that you're going to enter and successfully complete the cognitive track of the ISF program. So that's a 90-day program that is in custody. So you're going to go from the jail to that program. And it is designed to help you make better decisions. All right? You need to take advantage of it. You're still young. Today's opportunity is an opportunity of a lifetime for you because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. There are people who will not let you go to your house, regardless of who you're working for, if you are a convicted felon. Do you understand? So even if it's a family business, you might not be able to work for that business if you have a felony conviction. So if you do everything that you're supposed to while you're on this probation, then you will, at the end of the probation, both of these cases will be dismissed, and you will never have a felony conviction on your record. The other side to that in each of these cases is if you violate the probation, you're right back here in court, and you could be sentenced to, number one, be convicted, obviously, in both cases, and sent to prison for up to 10 years in each case. Do you understand? A condition of your probation in each of these cases also is that you are not allowed to have any type of firearm. Do you understand? Not on your person, not in your car, not at your home. Period. No firearm. Do you understand? I'm going to hand you the trial court certification in each of your cases that shows these were agreements that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. Probation will go over some paperwork before they take you back today, and then you'll go to ISF hopefully very soon. When you get out, make sure you go straight to probation, do everything you're supposed to, otherwise you'll be going to prison. Okay, you can go back with the bailiff.
The hearing begins quietly, but beneath the calm tone of the judge lies a sharpened edge. 19-year-old LeBrian Celestine stands before her, already admitting guilt to firing a gun in public. The deal sounds simple. No prison, just 7 years of deferred probation. But the judge refuses to let this fade into procedural routine. She digs deeper, reading every letter that calls him a good kid, and then slices through the image with one question. Do you think you're a positive role model? His answer, not at this moment, lingers like smoke in the room. She paints the reality he's been ignoring. Guns aren't toys. Tattoos don't erase consequences, and the world won't bend for youthful recklessness. Then comes the midpoint shift. What sounds like mercy is actually a test. Deferred probation means no felony on his record if he survives 7 years without slipping once. One mistake, and the doors of prison swing open for up to 10 years. The judge doesn't just sentence him. She warns him like a mother, a mentor, and a final barrier between freedom and a cell. She orders a strict 90-day in-custody program designed to rewire his mindset. No guns, no excuses, no second appeals. His life is now a countdown, each day a step away from redemption or a step toward prison. The courtroom empties, but the real trial hasn't started. The law gave him mercy, but time will decide if he deserves it. In the end, the harshest sentence isn't prison, it's the weight of who he must now prove he can become.